Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classics as Non-Classic. This is episode number 496 and Doubleshot number 409. One DC trade and one IDW trade. First up, it's Blackest Night, Green Lantern Corps, which collects Green Lantern Corps Volume 2, issues 39 to 47, written by Peter D. Tomasi and artwork by Patrick Gleason. Yep. Yeah, this is the Green Lantern Corps tie-in to Blackest Night, and this is by far the third trade review that basically more like the fourth one I reviewed that basically for Blackest Night trades, because I reviewed the main Blackest Night trade. There's I think it's Rise. I think it's like Tales of Black Lantern, the one that collects the one-shot revivals. This one, and also there's a trade for Outsiders that does collect a few issues of tie-ins for the Blackest Night. Basically, this one is just, well, it's a focus on just a few characters of the Green Lantern Corps, and that's Guy Gardner, Kyle Rayner, and Saranac. Yeah. John Stewart, despite being on the cover, is nowhere in the book. Yeah, there's also a little bit of focus on Ayla, I think her name is. Yeah, she gets a little bit of focus in here. Kilowatt gets a little focus here as well. Yeah, so basically with this one, with the Black Lanterns in this one, these are all the dead Green Lanterns who got killed off mainly by Hal Jordan when he went nuts during the events at Emerald Twilight. Yep, everybody who died became a Black Lantern. Yep. Kyle Rayner briefly died, but that was brought back thanks to a Star Sapphire and Saranac, who was in a relationship with him at that point. Though their relationship ended at that point, their relationship ended after the events of War of the Green Lanterns, which was the crossover that happened right after Brightest Day. Because after this one, it was Brightest Day. Yep, Brightest Day was the next crossover right after this one, and there is a trade that collects the Brightest Day tie-ins. I haven't got my hands on any of the trades that collect Brightest Day stuff. Yeah, this one's only like roughly like about 9 issues. It's a pretty thick trade for 9 issues. And there's a lot of fighting. There's at one point where Guy Gardner becomes a Red Lantern, and also when he had both the Red Ring and the Green Ring, basically becoming a pre-Flashpoint Christmas Lantern. Yeah, that was a joke from the Green Lantern Corps Lost series by Colin Bunn. Yeah, that was a joke in the first issue, though that ring got destroyed right after that. This is actually, at this point, this is actually the first non-Bat. This is actually one of very few non-Bat books that Peter Tomasi's done at DC. I would say this is the first non-Bat book he's done. Let me look at this up here. I have a document with his work on it. Let's see. Because I've read almost everything he has, well, done at DC. Let's. Yeah, one of his very few ones. Basically, the other books he did, because originally he was an editor, and then he became a writer. But mostly put, he's done a lot of Bat books over the years. Yeah. But this is actually one of the very few he actually did. And when the New 52 happened, he stayed on as the writer of the book, but left after 20 issues. This particular run, he did for... Let me look it up here. I'm just trying to find it here. He did this run for... Okay, here it is. He did it for 18 to 20 and 23 to 47. So yeah, this is the last trade that collects issues from his first run on the book. Yep. And I believe he also wrote the issues that I think tied in with the Sinestro War. Yeah. That's what he did do. Yep. And this is really good. Blackest Night is a great storyline, and quite possibly one of the greatest storylines that one of the greatest crossover events that Jeff Johns has ever actually done. I believe Blackest Night was the second event he ever did for DC, because the first one he did was Sinestro War, and then this one, then Brightest Day. He also did Flashpoint, Forever Evil, of course, Darkseid War. He did parts of Trinity War. Let's see. And he's doing Doomsday Clock currently. Yep. But, yeah. This is just a fun book. here's Kyle Rayner, what he looks like in this book. It's not the look that he had in his original run. Yeah, he went through a few different costumes. If you read his entire run with Stick Up issues, starting with issue 51 up until issue, I think that's 183, he went through at least a half a dozen different costumes, half a different looks. I think this was his last look he had, right after the series ended. And Kyle Rayner is currently back with the Green Lantern Corps after being basically stuck in a New Guardians series for a few years. Yep. And they had one point in this storyline, in this issues, where the Black Lanterns knocked over the central power battery, partially destroying it. But yeah, I don't want to spoil much else for this thing, but yeah, also the Indigo Tribe shows up here as well. But this is mainly put all of the Green Lanterns. That's what it is. But like some tie-ins basically where they was sometimes somewhat interrupt the main story. This basically, it built up this, so this one made sense. Some of the other tie-ins, half of them, some did make sense, some of them did not make sense. Especially since they actually sort of interrupted a particular story and of course kind of a surprise. But this you expect because, well, Black Lanterns, Green Lanterns, obviously. I give this book I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. Alright, next up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Volume 17, Desperate Measures. This collects the IDW run for Turtles, basically issues 66 to 50. Yeah, some of the stuff in here basically leads up into the Dimension X stuff, which storyline they just wrapped up. So basically, this is the newest trade they've released. The IDW has released because they just they're basically 2 arcs after this one. Excuse me. Yeah, you have stuff deals with they have an issue in here that deals with where Alplex basically where Raphael looks for her. And it's also revealed in here that Raphael is in love with Alplex. Yeah, he's in love with her. And mostly, some of the storylines here are a bit standalone-ish, but it's not like it. And there's also reference to in here, a couple references they throw in editorial notes of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe series, basically referencing the first 4 issues and the fact Agent Bishop is in here. Yeah, it's later revealed Agent Bishop is a robot. Yep, he is a freaking robot. Though, and basically in the first issue when Raphael basically goes look for Alplex, he goes with Casey's friend Angel. Yeah, Angel goes with her to go find her. He does find her, but as far as no, they don't exactly kiss. But yeah, and here is Bishop. This is Bishop right here. That is frickin' Bishop. Yep, Bishop, head of the, I think it's the Earth Protection Force. I think it is. Yeah. And he's brainwashed Slash. Yep, he's brainwashed him. Yeah, Slash works with him now for some reason. We also have a guest star appearance in here by the Mighty Mutant Animals. Yep, they appear in here. Yeah. And of course, Slash briefly turns against them. Yeah. And mostly put the reason why he turns against him because Bishop is controlling him. Yep, that's mainly the reason why that he turns against him. Old Hob fights back against Bishop's forces, and the Mighty Mutant Animals basically get away and along with the Turtles. And yeah, I think it was in this particular story they revealed about Bishop's father. Yeah, this old man is Bishop's father. And I think it was in this very storyline when they revealed that Bishop is actually a freaking robot. Let's see if I can find it here. I think it was this particular storyline they found out he's a robot. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, Bishop is a robot. Yep. So you can kind of look at this arc as simply put a follow-up to the first arc of TMNT Universe. That's what it is. The writing here is done by the regular writers, basically Tom Waltz and Kevin Eastman, the co-creator of the Turtles themselves, with artwork by Stephanie Campbell. Stephanie Campbell does the first issue in here, and the other issue is done by Matios Psycholo. I think that's how you pronounce the person's name. Yeah. It's probably the same person as the covers as well. But yeah, this is just really good. I'm going to get this one also a 9.5 out of 10. Just really good. I do recommend this plus the first 16 volumes to TMNT fans. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode, which is going to be more TMNT trades. You'll find out what they are in the next episode, which the next episode is going to be. It's like 7. Yeah, it's going to be 497 and Doubleshot 410. But until I see you on the next episode, bye.